morning, heart of South Philly. Let's go see what the people have got to say. I'm ready to roll, baby.
Now listen here, Dutch. The Mets and the Cowboys, they suck.
1, 2, 3, go Birds! Go Birds! Here we go, 302BIRDS, Stinks. Go Birds!
Get your water ice and soft pretzels ready because you are now tuned into a 302BIRDS podcast experience. Proudly presented by TickPick, Nick's Pizza, El Diablo Burritos, and Klondike Kate's on the heart of Main Street. Let's take it to the show.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 302BIRDS. Dalton and KJ McCoy joining you guys on the 8-year anniversary of Super Bowl 52. As you guys can see, very fitting over there. KJ McCoy got on the jersey. How you doing tonight, Mac?
Doing all right. Not too bad. One step closer to end of the week, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I hear that. Closer to the weekend, but we got a great show for you guys. If you guys want to call in, get ready right after this intro. First come, first serve. We're going to take a couple call-ins. There's a lot to talk about between Stoutland, McCain, and a lot of other things that we're going to break down later in the show for you guys. But let's kick it off with our El Diablo call-in.
What do I want when I'm in the state of Delaware? Of course, El Diablo Burritos. Customer service always is serving your food with a smile on their face, asking how your day is, but their food is phenomenal as well. Their burritos are out of this world, one of the best burritos in town. Their queso is phenomenal. Their burrito bowls are amazing as well. When you're in and around Delaware, stop by your local El Diablo Burritos and tell them that 302BIRDS sent you. God bless. Go Birds.
What's going on, Todd? Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate you. I'm cracking up at these comments. I was eating dinner. Sorry. But yeah, call into the show. Let us know how you guys are feeling. That number is 302-316-4848. That's 302-316-4848. KJ McCoy, we will start with you while we wait for that phone number to ring. How are you feeling about the whole McCain situation?
I actually predicted them trading McCain. Talked about it on the Sixers post game, and I was saying how I was predicting this a couple weeks ago. I said if anybody moves, if anybody gets traded, I think it's gonna be Jared McCain. I think with the evolution of, the whole, I guess you could say, emergence of VJ Edgecombe being drafted by the Sixers and just becoming a phenom already, I think definitely kind of put Jared McCain kind of in the back seat, next to Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey's in the front seat, and right next to him is VJ Edgecombe, and in the back seat was Jared McCain. So that's honestly what it started to become. And I know there was a lot of former Sixers players who were doing some Instagram posts. They were saying how they're going to miss him. But...
Yo, it's Jess.
Yo, Jesse, how you doing?
Good.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, man, where do we start? Because I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time, but we got to talk about the Stoutland stuff first. I know KJ was just getting into the Jared McCain stuff. I'll get into that if we have some time. But man, what are your guys' thoughts on Jeff Stoutland leaving? Because I am really interested to see where the Eagles go in terms of the offensive line department in the draft. I really thought that was going to be a priority going into the draft, even before we lost Jeff Stoutland, and I think that he's the foundation. He's one of the foundational parts of this Philadelphia Eagles organization. You'll remember he brought in a 6'8", 6'9" rugby player from Australia in Jordan Mailata and made him one of the better offensive linemen in the game of football. Now this year he wasn't as effective, but I believe that was partially due to the injuries. I think a major part of this whole down year was the injury bug. Not having Lane Dickerson, not having Lane Johnson on this squad. I know me and Chaos Chris were kind of debating it earlier in our text thread, on who's to blame for the offensive line issues. And he thought I was going to go the KP approach. No, I thought this was a health issue. And I don't blame Stout for any of this. And honestly, he was probably the biggest reason why this offensive line was as good as it has been in the last 13 years, because it's had his leadership,
Yeah, I would say it was very shocking. I mean, the message that he put on his Instagram, and I was just looking through Instagram in general, and I saw it pop up, and I thought it was fake. And what he said is, he said, "I've decided my time." Oh wait, go back up. I can't see. Yeah,
You're good. Sorry, I just want to.
I've decided.
I want you to say the end with emphasis. Here, let me put it back on the screen. That was the best sign off ever.
I decided my time coaching with the Eagles has come to an end. When I arrived here in 2013, I did not know what I was signing up for. I quickly learned what this city demands, but more importantly, what it gives back. The past 13 years have been a great privilege of my coaching career. I didn't just work here. I became one of you. Stout out.
Shout out.
There you go. To be honest with you, at first, when he was saying what he was saying at first, like in the first couple sentences, like what he wasn't signing up for, I thought he was kind of taking a shot at us, but then I kind of realized he wasn't. And he definitely was trying to just be like, you know what, sincere and everything like that. And oh my God, what the heck is that? Big Dom.
I love Twitter. Sorry.
Oh my God. AI is getting out of control.
That's how I feel, though. I'm in tears. It's sad. It's sad.
It is sad. It's unfortunate, and we'll see what happens. And it's going to be very interesting to see the development of our offensive line. We got to go find an offensive line coach now, which I don't even know where to start. I mean, that's a big hole to fill. I mean, that really is. I mean,
yeah. Are there any that come to mind for you guys?
No, I don't know any others. He
was the only offensive line coach I think a lot of people knew in the NFL, because he was so good at what he did for 13 years, right? When you think about it, really the past decade before this decade, there were two teams in the NFL that always had great offensive lines, Cowboys and Eagles. And the Cowboys, I'm pretty sure, had been through multiple offensive line coaches. The Eagles have been consistent with Stoutland. So it's very shocking. And it's shocking that he said, too, in his statement, "I've decided my time has come to an end with the Eagles coaching." Not I'm leaving the Eagles, not I've decided. Like this is on his terms. This is his decision. This isn't Lurie. And I wonder if they told him to say it like that, or I wonder if he's saying it like that on purpose. Just weird. Well, because I think sometimes people look at the grass like it's greener on the other side, and it's not. And I think that this is going to be one of those things that bites the Eagles in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. Although I don't know if I sort of push back on that a little bit, because I am just reading reports now that, and I can't believe I didn't think about this earlier. The Eagles at some point a couple of days ago, it came out that Stoutland was pushed away, pushed aside, relieved in the unofficial sense as the offensive line run game sort of guy. I got to get my facts straight on that for a second, but which again it goes back to the health of the offensive line. I seriously I'm sorry. I know they played bad. I know Jurgens played bad. I know Mailata had this damn near his career high in penalties. But I'm sorry. The repertoire that he had, I cannot blame Jeff Stoutland for the failures of this offensive line this year. I can't.
No, I get it, and I understand your frustration too. Yeah. Stoutland, I'll say this. With him getting moved out of that offensive line, or I'm sorry, that run game coordinator, that wasn't a big deal to me. That was like, okay, cool. He'll just repivot. He'll just go to a different position, just spend time. I think I said it last podcast or on Sippin' Sports, I think rather it was. It's going to be good for him to be able to just focus on the offensive line. Like, it's not a demotion. I guess it was a demotion. There are times when you're wrong. I think that this was kind of personal. I think that there were some things that maybe we didn't see, that didn't come to light, that happened with all of this with Stoutland. And I don't know. I just feel like the way that it went, there's going to be more that comes out about this later. But I also get a little bit of where the Eagles are coming from, right? When you have an offensive coordinator coming in and then you have a guy in existing position, it's really tough to justify. Like, you want to give the keys to your offensive coordinator to bring in the people that they want so that they can arguably have the success that they want. Otherwise, they can look back on it and say, well, you know what? You did this, and that's why I didn't have success. So you want to give them the opportunity to have the keys to go out and succeed for themselves. So that, number one, they know how, but number two, as an organization, if it doesn't work out, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You gave them every opportunity they can. And I just feel like, I don't know. This one is a head scratcher a little bit, but I also think that the Eagles are trying to, if this makes any sense, I'm going to say it in my best words. They're trying to bring in a new era of the Eagles without changing the team, if that makes any sense. They're trying to usher, especially offensively, they're trying to usher in a new identity without changing the roster. And that's a really hard concept for some people to learn and grasp. Basically, what I'm saying is they're trying to rebrand what they already have, which is either going to be a hit or miss, right? Like, it's either going to really work out or we're going to say, wow, we hired a QB coach that's never called plays for an offensive coordinator. This is why it didn't work out. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I think him getting demoted definitely played a case. I think him getting demoted definitely played a case in him resigning, and definitely maybe some things behind, during the season maybe transpired. And that's probably why he wasn't as successful. He wasn't as successful with the players. So we're just going to have to wait and see which direction they go in. But big shoes to fill for sure.
Yeah, big shoes.
I guess my question is, if there's another caller in, by all means, I can hop off. But just one more question I did have for you guys. Where does Lane Johnson fit in all of this calculus? Because he's not getting any younger. There's plenty of rumors of him
probably going to retire. Most
retiring.
likely. I think he's.
I was going to say the same thing, KJ. What do you think, Jess? Because I know we do have another caller who keeps blowing up the line, so I want to let him in. But what do you think, Jess?
Yeah. I'll keep it brief. Unfortunately, I do think that this means he does retire. I think it may take a little bit because he needs to work out what he needs to work out, but that just means that you go heavy in the draft for the offensive line position. I thought that's what they were going to do before this all happened, and it just totally reaffirms my suspicion for sure. But thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
No worries. Have a good night, Jess.
Yes.
You too. See you, boys.
All right. So next to call in will be on the show. We'll take one more.
A couple people that
Call
want to
from
call,
Eastern Shore Pro Wrestling.
What's up, Dennis?
I blame Reed Blankenship for Stoutland leaving.
That's what you're blaming Stoutland and all this on?
No, all right, no. On a serious thing, I think a lot of this is going to come back to the poor offensive line play last year. I think the offensive court, the new guy doesn't want to have Stoutland there. He wants his own crew, kind of like what Kingsbury wanted to do a few years ago. And honestly, I think the Eagles are just kind of looking for a scapegoat. You know, they want to pin it on somebody without pinning it on somebody. And, you know, they're trying to save face by having Stoutland say it's his decision, things like that. But either way, I mean, there's no excuse for the offensive line play. There's no excuse for not being able to run the ball last year. I mean, you could really seriously pin that on not having Becton there next to Lane Johnson and having, you know, somebody that's only been a second or third string. You can blame Cam Jurgens for being garbage, which he is. They need to replace him. But in all, you know, Stoutland's been there for 3 Super Bowls for us. We only won 2, but again, you know, you can't take away everything that Stoutland's done.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. It is definitely going to be a change for this team. I mean, it's been a change for us. I mean, since 2013, I mean, since I've been 13 years old, we've had Stoutland. So definitely going to be very missed. And I mean, I know Jason Kelsey definitely I mean, he definitely says that Stoutland really is the guy who really contributed pretty much all of what he knows and what he's learned in the NFL. So he really does really like tribute his success to him. So I think that definitely is a really cool thing that those two, the bond that they've had. And I mean, you've seen the players that Stoutland has, I mean, revamped. I mean, look at Mekhi Becton. He's a guy who he revamped. I mean, that's a totally great story. But yeah, I mean, definitely Stoutland knew how to bring the best out of these players. He really did. So it definitely is going to be tough to not see him from the sidelines, but I think they'll find somebody else. They'll find another guy that I don't know if they're going to find anybody that dominant. I mean, as Stoutland was, because I mean, as you said before, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 of them were wins. And I mean, I know he's not the head coach, but definitely he played a part. So.
I guess the real question comes to be is this, though. What happens to the push without Stoutland?
I think they probably try and keep it, but you know what? It's not going to be as effective. I think they probably try and still use it. If it doesn't get banned, they'll probably still use it, but is it going to be as effective without Stoutland? Probably not. Probably not. But maybe if you get another offensive line coach here, maybe he eliminates it. Maybe he says, you know what, Nick, we're not doing it. Sirianni, we're not doing this. And maybe they
well, remember, the Packers were a team that were against the push. So maybe this quarterback coach, now offensive coordinator, was one of the ones that wasn't a fan of the push. So maybe this is a ploy to get rid of the play because he was with Matt. I can't call plays and I lose big games. LaFleur, you know, whatever. But
well, he was.
I don't know. If we really have to point the fingers at somebody, I know who I'm pointing them at. He's a creepy big blue dog that represents the Sixers. I blame that guy. But I love you guys. Go Birds. Go 302 Birds. See y'all at the Sixers postgame show. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Dennis. Take care, bro.
See you,
love you, man. Blaming Franklin.
I thought he was
all right. First come, first serve on the line. 302-316-4848. We got time for one more.
Yeah, we got
one more call in to talk about what's going on with the Eagles, what's going on with the Sixers, everything in between.
Call from
Boston.
Hey, good evening. Who we speaking with?
Hey, Dalton, it's
That's
Xavier.
Boston. That's Boston.
Oh God! How did you get this number?
Dude,
I
it's on the
watch the
screen,
show
Dalt.
every
It's
week
on the
like I
freaking
always
screen.
do.
Yeah, it's on the freaking
I watch the
screen.
stream every week like I always do, because I support y'all.
Luke's calling in. Should we hang up for Luke?
Hey, no. Hey, man, no.
Well, what are you gonna want to talk about? The Patriots or some stupid shit?
Well, no, I mean, I think
No,
he's
I was
every
gonna
right to talk about
I
them.
was going to talk about the Sixers trade.
All right, what do you think?
Honestly, you guys got a really good deal out of it, but I think you guys should have waited a couple more years because Jared McCain just came back from injury, and he wasn't going to play the best he could have this season after he just injured himself his rookie year. But realistically, you guys got good picks out of it, and I think you guys could do good in the future. And this is coming from a Boston fan.
That is coming from a. I like that take. I'll tell you what.
Because I'm a sports fan.
All right. Let's not get too carried away. All right, you still haven't made it to Canes yet, so when you do that, you'll have more.
God,
of my
I'm not going to
respect.
Wilmington.
But I'll say this, Boston. You're right. It is a great trade for the Sixers. I was talking about it on the phone with actually Andrew, who helps us out with our YouTube, and he manages Philly the Dog. So if you guys haven't, check out Philly the Dog on Instagram and on YouTube and on everything, really, TikTok, all that stuff. But what he basically said was, and what I said too, was we agree that we think that this is a good trade for the Sixers. It's just it hurts, right? Like we all fell in love with McCain. We really liked his personality, thought he was a good guy, thought he blended in well, and then he gets traded to OKC. It is interesting too that OKC was willing to give up that much of a haul for him. Like they must very much, very, very, very believe in him.
It's a lot.
The Sixers
They
don't
must do,
necessarily need him. He wasn't playing
Yeah.
starter. He wasn't starting. So I think the first round pick's great. That's amazing. The 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 first or second rounders, that's going to be interesting to see what the Sixers do with that. Because I'll ask you this, Xavier, and then we'll kick it to KJ after, and you can stay for our Sixers segment for a second. We just might have to hit the intro in between.
Well, we might have another call in, I think.
Well, I was going to move on from the Collins. We could take one more if you want. So we'll cut Xavier short then.
we
Sorry,
should take
Xavier.
another-
KJ said it, not me.
Well, no,
But
I know
oh,
that we got Luke, who's been trying to get in since the first call. I know. I feel bad for him.
Oh,
so.
man. No, boo. Luke does not deserve to call in,
Luke,
especially Sunday.
But no. But I will ask you this, though, before we let you go. Is there any shit talk you want to give to Luke? I mean, because you got your Patriots in the Super Bowl right now. Are they going to get the dub against the Seahawks?
Time they played us.
What's up? Wait, what?
Anyway, fuck the Seahawks. Patriots are top. What happened last time? Malcolm Butler interception.
Oh, that's
yeah,
what
Seahawks. Fuck Luke.
All right. Well, that's it.
I think he cut off or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Time for one more call in. One more call in. Whoever calls in first.
Come on, Luke. I'm trying to get you to call in. Come on, Luke.
Yeah, Luke. Right now's your chance.
Come on. I think this is it. This got to be him.
Call from
the one, the only Luke. What's up? What's up, guys? How we doing tonight?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, first of all, I heard Xavier's bullshit comment. Fuck you. That was only 11 years ago. I had to censor this shit because I'm on a radio show, but
Yeah. Keep it easy. Keep it PG-13. But man, so just for context, if you guys didn't know, Luke is one of the most dedicated, if not the most dedicated Seattle fan we know. We've been friends with Luke, me, and KJ for probably about 5 years now. But Luke, I mean, you got to be feeling insane right now this week with your Seahawks back in the bowl.
Dude, I was there at the fucking game, and dude, like when we clinched, I knew some Rams fan named JJ Cigarettes was going ballistic, but It's not about that. It's about the next step forward for the Seahawks, and we're giving Kane on the ball at the 1 yard line.
Oh yeah.
We're giving Kane on the ball at the 1, and we're going from there.
What is your score prediction for this Super Bowl, Luke?
Score prediction. Like hell, people at school have been trying to ask me for that. I guess I'll give one right now. 27-24. It's gonna go down to the wire like it did last time.
Luke, what do you think of this comment? Boston X says, "And I'm the most dedicated Patriots fan. I hope he cries again like Malcolm Butler made him cry."
Hey, Xavier, read between the lines, fucker.
That's the quote of the week right there. Hey, Xavier,
it's gonna be a close game.
Fucker. Fucker.
Oh my God, Luke.
It's gonna be a close game for sure. I mean, Mike McDonald's a very defensive-minded coach, so
that is true. I got you guys winning, Luke. I want you guys to win. I got you guys winning. So you know what? Let's have a back-to-back Birds. I mean, I know it's not the Eagles, but you know what though, Luke? It could be a back-to-back Birds Super Bowl.
There you go. There you go. And
there you go.
One thing I got to say to all the fake Patriots fans out there.
Yeah, call them it fake Patriots. That would have been funny. You should have went with that.
Yeah, you could have called him a fake Patriot. That'd be perfect.
Drake May's not the real Tom Brady. Tom Brady, after he left New England, he said, "Okay, I'm playing for a real team now in Tampa Bay. Fuck the Patriots, and good luck, Xavier. Much love."
See you, Luke. Have a good night.
See you, Luke.
Yep, love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you, Luke.
All right, Moose, if you call in, if you make it in time, we'll take your call. I know you've been waiting patiently, so we'll hear what you have to say, and then we'll move on and finish up with our Sixers and keep it moving. But Moose, the line's open if you want to call in. You know the number. I know you were just leaving us a voicemail.
He's got it on speed dial. He's got us on speed dial.
Oh, Xavier's not happy about being called a fake Patriot. There you go.
I will tell you this. He's not fake. I'm going to tell you this. Xavier is a legit Patriots fan who is from Delaware, but his dad's from New England, from Boston. So he's
Xavier's demented, not his dad. Xavier's demented for being a New England fan. He should be an Eagles fan, being from Delaware.
He's got old Boston everything. As long as he stays loyal to them, I mean, I don't care. I mean, you know, it would be boring if he was an Eagles fan. We need somebody to just kind of like make fun of a little bit. So in 41-33. So it's all good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I know as soon as there you go.
The Moose.
Call from the Moose.
Moose.
The Moose.
Well, it's about damn time you guys are popular tonight. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Good
I guess
evening,
with all
Moose.
these Patriots and Seahawks fans wanted to come on the show and talk their smack. You know, they know Philly's the best market for it. Sorry about that, but how you doing, Moose?
Don't sweat it, dude. I'm just riding your balls, dude. No big deal, man. I'm just, you know, I'm just waiting to eat some dinner, but I wanted to jump in with you guys and tell you my theory here. I don't like the idea that Stoutland kind of all of a sudden decided to take a hike.
Do you think, Moose, let me ask you this. We'll start with this. Do you think it was Stoutland deciding on his own to take a hike, or do you think it was the organization telling him to take a hike and he just said it that way?
I think the organization told him to take a hike because I heard last week that he was actually demoted during the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that, and you know, I think that there's a lot more going on in that building. There's a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Crazy how you can win a Super Bowl and then a couple months later, a year later, really, just completely upside down.
Yeah, I mean, there's issues, dude, that we don't know about, but we're not stupid. We're smart fan base. We see writing on the wall. You know, we see there's something going on, and there's more to come. It will all come out.
Yeah.
You know,
I think there'll be things
I mean, DeFangio wants. I mean, didn't Vic DeFangio was talking about retiring? I mean, what's up with that?
He was talking about it, but I think he's sticking around. I'm pretty sure he's sticking around. I'm hearing too that, I mean, they're like in the future, there could be a former coach that got fired could be in the mix, maybe. But we don't know.
I don't know, man. I think the organization told them, hey, thanks, but no thanks. You know, I think the dominoes are falling. And at the end of the day, it makes me look at the head coach and go, you know what, dude? It seems like all these good people around, well, not good, Patullo was not that he was good, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the head coach, he needs to get the heat, dude. He needs to be feeling like next year, if he doesn't do what needs to be done, he's out of here.
Yeah.
I hear where you're coming from. I mean, as Eagles fans, it's getting to its breaking point with Nick Sirianni. I know KJ's not the biggest fan of him. I'm more of a fan of him probably than KJ is. Are you at your breaking point with?
Not really true. I'd still like Sirianni.
I know you like him, but the antics that he does, I know really upset you.
But at the same time, the guys won us a freaking Super Bowl. So it's
like, that's where I'm with KJ. Yeah.
But like, yeah.
So did Doug, and Doug got released real fast. How many years after the Super Bowl? When did he?
I think with Doug, the problem was they went from being contenders then to being 4-11. What was the 4 and something? They went 4 wins and something else.
Yeah, 4-12.
4-12.
Well, yeah. Well, this team.
Yeah. So, and then I think also Laurie and Roseman were trying to tell him what to do. He didn't like that, and he wanted to bring in his own guys, his own staff. And they were like, no, you're working with this staff that we're going to assign you, the same staff that we had and whatever like that. And he wasn't having it. So he dipped and they had to fire him. So
yeah,
that's what I've heard. That's literally what happened. That's literally what transpired.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
a little bit
agree with you there.
So,
but,
yeah. But Sirianni's
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Stay tuned on that. That's all I got to say.
Stay tuned for sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
But the Sixers trade today was stupid also. My son brought that up, how that didn't make sense. He's getting draft picks from Houston. Well, they're not going to be high draft picks because Houston's playing pretty well this year. So that was pretty stupid. I don't get that trade. But that's Daryl Morey for you. That's, you know, how I feel about that stuff.
I'll tell you this, Moose. I actually don't think it's a bad trade at all. And I think what they're doing is they're trying to get some more ammunition, as you want to say. What I mean by that is they're storing kind of like how a squirrel stores its nuts for the winter. That's what Daryl Morey's doing right now. He's storing picks for the winter, but it is the winter, and that's what he's doing. What I mean by that is he could be rolling the dice tomorrow because tomorrow's the deadline, and he could be using those picks to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. He could be getting him. So that might be the mind behind the madness. That might be what is going on with his madness.
Well, if that's the end game, then maybe I'll change my tune on that, dude. But they still need to get past the second round of playoffs to get to the conference finals.
Of course. And maybe they do.
You know, Father Time is ticking. And we don't want to waste Maxey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Joel, I'm at a breaking point with that guy. But we already all know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
I'm glad they won 5 in a row. I'm thrilled, you know? But I don't want to sit there and get all jacked up, excited, and then come April, oh, sorry. Same thing again.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I get it.
The reason they traded, I mean, I know you might be confused why they traded McCain. The main reason they did was because you can't have 4 different guards like that. You have Tyrese Maxey, you have this young star, up-and-coming star in VJ Edgecombe, and then you also Quentin Grimes. So where does that put Jared McCain? I mean, you can't. I mean, and he's going back and
Oh,
forth
I
from
get it.
Delaware to back to the Sixers. So.
Yeah. Now, if there's an end game, like you said, to get Giannis, okay, that's brilliant. But otherwise, if you're trying to get, you're not going to get good quality draft picks because Houston isn't going to have high picks.
Right. Of course.
That's what my son was mentioning that to me. He's pretty up to date, up to speed on this.
Right. No, he's definitely
more than I am.
Little Moose is a big Sixers fan.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he is. Man, he texted me when the trade happened.
Oh,
that was crazy.
The Stoutland stuff I didn't hear about till we're doing Justin's podcast we were filming earlier, and that's when that got brought up. And I'm like, you got to be shitting me.
We've been seeing that. You're doing a great job with Justin. We've been seeing that. So keep up the good work. We're proud of you.
Yeah, man. Hey, we're just we're modeling after you guys because you guys are successful and you know your shit. You know, you might have to do a training class.
Maybe one day we'll do it for free for you guys. You guys are good people. But thank you to you guys for your guys' support. And if you guys ever need guests,
man,
KJ and I will come on as guests. Just let us know.
You let us know what you want.
Yeah, you guys are damn freaking good, and you're great guys, you're great dudes, you're great friends, and you know your shit, and you're setting the trend, dude. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Moose. We appreciate the compliment. We hope you have a good night, sir. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, have a good night, and also this weekend we got the Friday we got the wing pole. I'll be at that event, and then we got the Bear Knuckle Mania with our boy Johnny Garbino, the cannoli.
Let's go, Johnny.
Where's it at? Wells Fargo's, wherever the hell they call that place. I'll be up.
Xfinity Mobile.
We're going to be up in Philly from Thursday to Saturday. So,
and then what about who you got in the Super Bowl, Moose? Who do you have in the Super Bowl?
Oh man, do I really care? I mean, probably Seattle's probably going to win. You know, they're the better team. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, it pisses me off to think about it because we should be gearing up for a defense. But whatever, it is what it is.
The way we played this year, I don't know if we deserved it. That's the main thing.
It is what it is. You know, heck with the heart. You can't win them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You know, you get knocked out. It's about you get like Rocky says. You get hit. It doesn't matter how hard you get hit. It's how you get up, brush yourself off. I'm kind of ad-libbing and keep on moving forward.
Yeah, I hear you. You're good. That was a pretty good ad-lib. I think that was dead on. But Moose, we appreciate you calling in, man.
All right.
Have a good night.
All right, Moose. I'll see you.
Are you too? Peace out, brothers. Peace out.
Peace.
That's all we got for our call-ins tonight, just because I know we got to keep the show flowing, keep it moving. I'll say this about the McCain trade. But before I say it,
you are now listening to KJ's Court Sixers Talk presented by the Sleeper app.
Yeah, holy crap.
Had to hit your intro.
Hey, I appreciate that.
No worries.
Holy crap, it's been an insane couple NBA days. Trades coming off the wazoo right now. I mean, you saw James Harden get traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers yesterday for Garland. I mean, that was nuts. That happened. And then this morning, in the afternoon, Anthony Davis gets traded to the Wizards. And then there was, and then all of a sudden, right when I'm literally talking to our good friend, play-by-play Mikey D, who actually does that intro right there, you are now watching Sixers Talk with KJ McCoy and stuff like that. I was saying, he said, who do you think the Sixers are going to trade if they trade someone? And I said, I've been saying this for a little while, but Jared McCain. And bada bing, bada boom. Literally a minute later, he's like, did you freaking read the minds of people? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, they just traded Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder. So that was nuts. I definitely kind of wish we got a player out of that. That would have been nice, but I really do think there is something behind the madness. I really do think there's something there, even though we can't trust Morey with certain things. I don't know why, but I think he is using this. As I said before, he's storing the nuts for the winter, even though it is the winter. And that's what he's doing with these picks, because I think he's going to pull out something out of his hat. he's going to pull a rabbit named Giannis out of his hat tomorrow. We need that, but do not under any circumstances trade VJ or Maxey, or I will flip the freak out. I will throw this microphone through the screen. That's what will happen. But yeah, crazy day, crazy trade day, and the Sixers are doing pretty well right now. And I mean, it's pretty crazy to see them winning these games on the West Coast. Yes, it was against the Warriors without Stephen Curry, but good win to get over there in San Francisco. And then you got the win right before. I think it was against the Clippers, so that was good as well. So yeah, we'll definitely take those wins, and I think they got couple more West Coast games coming up too. So see how those go.
Take them when you can get them. And I want to thank Nick's Pizza for sponsoring this segment. If you guys haven't, check out Nick's Pizza in Wilmington, Delaware. Some of the best pizza, if not the best pizza in the state. They have awesome other food, including pasta, cheesesteak, salad, and pretzels now. His pretzels look amazing. I got to go try them. And especially now that I'll be moving to North Wilmington, I think I'll be going to Nick's a bunch more. But want to thank Nick's Pizza for sponsoring us. Go check them out. McCain on the move, though. Like I said, I think that this was a good trade. I think that this was a good move. The Sixers got good value. As KJ said, sometimes you would prefer to get a player out of it. But what are you going to do, right? Like, what are you going to do? I think that it ended up being a good scenario for the Sixers. I think that they got a really good return on their investment. And I know that some people are saying that they wish it would have been next year. They wish that they would have kept him. But here's the thing. McCain, like him sitting on the bench is not helping his value, right? Sometimes people say it's better to get dirty rather than dusty. Like it's rather to be out there playing, rather be used, rather than sit there and collect dust and not be used at all in the meaning of life. But also like when it comes to you got to be loose and also for value. Like I know he was going to be 6-man and also somebody that was going to be in the rotation, but this year he wasn't being used as much by Nick Nurse. And also a first round pick is great. 3 second round picks. The 3 second round picks is the major differentiator in this trade because as KJ said, that's where it's like, what's looming for the Sixers that we don't know about? What are they going to do with those picks? Because are they going to make 3 second round selections? Maybe. But knowing Daryl Morey and knowing the Sixers, I don't think that they're going to do that. I think that they're going to try to couple that together as value and go out there and make a good move. So right now it's kind of just like the calm before the storm as we feel as a Sixers fan. We're sad. We're upset that McCain was dealt. We got good value, but now what are we going to do with that value? Because it's crunch time right now. You got the trade deadline tomorrow in the NBA, a lot of trades shaking up the league. And if they brought somebody in like Giannis, I think that it would make a lot of us happy.
Oh, yeah, of course. And I mean, if they have to move on from Joel, I mean, it is what it is. He has been heating up. I know that Moose was saying like, oh, well, screw Joel. And I get that. I'm kind of the same way. But at the same time, though, I got to give the guy credit. I mean, definitely he is making a comeback story. He's literally scored like 40 points like a couple days ago. And he scored a season high. So, I mean, the guy is not supposed to be playing at this level, but he is. I mean, the surgery that he had in the summer really, which we kind of doubted. I mean, we were like, okay, why is he in the surgery? It's making sense now. It definitely is. So I think that's going to be definitely, I mean, let's see what happens. If Morey does really go for it and he goes for Giannis, I mean, that would be amazing. I would love to see him on the Sixers, but we'll just see what happens. I mean, I think we do get somebody because losing McCain, you do got to get somebody back somehow. I mean, maybe you get another trade. Maybe it's not a Giannis. Maybe you get another role player or something like that. I think somebody to come off the bench or something. So definitely feel like even though we won, I don't think we won that trade. I do think it was a good trade. I would like to also get a player though as well. I'm not saying this trade, but just in general. If we could trade for a player, I think that could definitely help us out.
Yeah, we'll see what they do with it. But let's go ahead and get ready for some spring training. Time for Phillies talk with Ballpark Tommy. Ginger Stitch. Another shout out to Nick's Pizza, as we gave last time. If you guys haven't, check them out in Wilmington, Delaware, like I said. But spring training is right around the corner, meaning Phillies baseball will be back before we know it.
Freddie's
Kidneys and
Kona
Beats will be in one hand, a Surfside will be in the other, and the bank will be vibrating in front of you. And KJ McCoy and I will be going to go get ice cream. What else did we get at the stadium last season? I'm trying to think. Chaos Chris will be getting the beer bat.
Oh no, Chaos Chris is not going to the games.
Though.
He said he's not going to the games.
Oh yeah,
anymore.
that's true. We won't have any Chris this year because Chris is on strike from the Phillies. He won't go to any games or spend any money on the team, and I understand why. But I mean, I'll say this: I wasn't excited. I'm not excited for the Phillies. I'm excited for the atmosphere, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm bored, right? Like, I want to go to a game. I want to have fun. I want to cheer. I want to get loud. I would do that for any local team. Am I excited as a Phillies fan? Not really. I'm not. I'm just kind of excited to go to the Citizens Bank with my friends. And if the Phillies win, it's an added on bonus. But I'm not going to have any expectations.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're doing to us right now. Now it's just like, you know what? Let's just go to it for just have a good time. That's what it's at now. And I mean, that sucks because the amount of freaking money that they are spending on these players, and for them to do that is just nuts. Oh, yeah, that's funny you mentioned that, Todd. Dalton actually is a UNC fan, actually. So it's funny you mentioned that. He's actually a UNC fan. So, yeah, big game in college basketball for sure. Big game.
Come on, Caleb Williams.
Yep. You mean Caleb Wilson, not Williams. Wilson.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wilson. That kid's supposed to be insane.
Dyslexia. I don't even know who Caleb Wilson is. KJ was telling me about him the other day, and I looked up some of his highlights. But
he plays exactly like Kevin Garnett. He is going to be the next KJ, I think. That kid's nuts. And I'm not even a UNC fan. I'm a depressed Georgetown fan, which, by the way, I think they are losing, to be honest. I got to double check. But, yeah, I mean, back to what we were saying. So with the Phils, I mean, the amount of money they've been spending is just, it's just nuts that they're not able to put the pen to the paper. And obviously the players not performing, especially in the postseason. I mean, they just crumble. They crumble in the postseason, and that's what I'm expecting. I feel horrible for the diehard fans out there like Fratty. I feel horrible for him because he puts so much of his passion into the Phillies. It's kind of off topic. I've been a Hoyas fan since 2007. Yeah, since 2007. Around then. Roy Hibbert, Jeff Green days. But yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, the funny thing is too, Dalt, I'll actually be in Florida in a couple weeks, and I will actually they're not going to have a game yet when I'm there. I think I miss it by a couple days, which sucks. I'm kind of pissed off about, to be honest. But I'm probably going to try and stop by the park, to be honest, and get some videos and get some cool action shots. I'll probably do that. So that'll be pretty cool. Or maybe if they got a practice or something that's open to the public, that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
So,
but
see what we can do.
Spring training is right around the corner. If you guys haven't, let us know in the comments how you are feeling about the Phillies. Like I said, I don't have any expectations, but I am excited for the season. Before we get into our last segment, I just want to hit our intro for Balboa's. We don't have anything to give hot takes about because there's no Phillies or Eagles or anything going on. Next week, we might have something Sixers related. I'll talk to KJ about that. But this week, I still want to hit the intro out of respect for Balboa Steaks, the best cheesesteaks in Delaware.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The final word, the boldest take, the mic drop moment that hits harder than a Rocky's right hook. This is the Knockout Punch, powered by Balboa Steaks, the undefeated king of Delaware steaks. Bold takes, big bites. Let's swing.
Now I want a Balboa.
What's up?
Now I want a Balboa. Now I want
Yeah,
a
I want
cheesesteak
that too.
from Balboa Steaks. If you guys haven't, check out Balboa Steaks in Newark, Delaware. But 8 years ago today, is that a Corey Clement jersey you got on? Or
Yes, it is. It is a Corey Clement jersey. That's right. $20 at the Eagles Pro Shop when he got traded. And I knew that it would come in handy in these kind of moments. And I put this patch on it. So yeah, Corey Clement, I mean, definitely one of the Super Bowl heroes of that day 8 years ago today. I mean, one of the best days of my life. I mean, I was rewatching some videos. I think I sent them in our chat of me. And actually, it's kind of funny. He's in the chat. Constant Pet was here with me watching the game. And that was probably one of the best days of my life. I mean, that definitely was. It was awesome. I wasn't able to go to Broad Street. I was able to just go around my neighborhood pretty much just like harassing. I mean, not harassing, but going nuts with the neighborhood as well. So it was awesome. So it was a great time, and I'll never forget it. I was crying like a baby when we won it. I was crying like a child. But you know what? It was definitely warranted, and I think it is. It sucks we're not back in it, but you know what though? I mean, like moments like that, like back then, I mean, definitely do make me feel very thankful for what we've seen. I mean, these last, I mean, now 8 years. I mean, we get to see the Eagles be in 3 Super Bowls. So, I mean, the people that are pissed off about us not making the Super Bowl, it is what it is. But I don't think many teams get to say they've been in 3 Super Bowls the last 8 years. It's pretty dang good, if you ask me.
yeah, the Eagles 3 Super Bowls in 8 years, appearances, and winning 2 of them. And they probably should have won the 3rd. They were that close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty damn good, like KJ said. We're pretty lucky. Super Bowl 52. Thank you. Thank you for showing me as an Eagles fan that there was another side. That in this lifetime, we aren't always going to be irrelevant. We aren't always going to be the laughing stock of the lunch table. That in the NFL, the Eagles and our fans are capable of greatness. And you know what's funny? I'm sitting in the car today, and I saw a stat that the Eagles are the 6th most valuable franchise in the NFL right now. When we were growing up, KJ and I, they were probably anywhere from like the 16th to maybe the 11th or 12th, maybe 10th.
Yeah.
After the first Super Bowl. Now that they've won 2, and I think that people see how invested Eagles fans are, how much we're willing to spend on our team. That's why we're the 6th most valuable team. Like they're getting close and closer to being in the top. They're in the tops. I never would have thought that I would have seen them in the top 5 in my lifetime, and they're 1 spot out already. So it's just crazy of how this game 8 years ago today started that trajectory of underdog, Super Bowl-less to 2 Super Bowls now, relevant, having a lot of success, being known as one of the better organizations in the NFL. Like, props to the Eagles for really turning this around, because after the Chip Kelly, I think it was the 4-12 season, or maybe it was something like that. It might have been worse. I think it was 4-12 though. It took about a year or 2, and then Doug Peterson got this team started and showed everybody what they could do. It's also crazy too, looking back on it, of the whole Wentz and Foles relationship and how much has changed for Nick Foles and Carson Wentz over the past 8 years. Carson Wentz bouncing from team to team around the NFL, right? Jalen Hurts coming into the position and being in 2 of the 3 Super Bowls. And then Nick Foles bouncing around and now eventually retiring and now doing his thing with the podcast and his business. It's just really interesting. And Jason Kelsey, right? There's so many legends on this Super Bowl 52 team. Brian Bramman, rest in peace. There's a lot of things that have changed in 8 years that you want to get emotional. You should get emotional about. But I just want to say to every player, every member of the organization, thank you. Because to us fans, you have no idea how much this first Super Bowl meant to us. Like, KJ and I talk about it all the time. And I think the biggest way we talk about it is like laughing stock of the lunch table. And this game you can't laugh at us anymore. Like, we have a Super Bowl. That's what I mean. Like, when we were kids, we didn't go to the same school, but we had talked about how when you're sitting there at the lunch table, other fans of other teams are like, well, you have no Super Bowls. You know what I mean? And as a kid, there's really nothing you can say to that. This game took that away. The Eagles weren't Super Bowl-less anymore. And now they're working their way up to their third. Like, I think that they might honestly, they have potential. I don't want to say this because I don't want it to be jinxed, so I'll knock on wood before I say it.
Also, we don't know who our next offensive line coach is either, so we don't know yet. So,
yeah.
If they get done with another offensive line coach, then hell, I mean, that's freaking outstanding.
That would be outstanding. Be the Pittsburgh Steelers of offensive line coaches. But the only thing I'll say is, could you imagine if they won 5 Super Bowls throughout our lifetime? How lucky we would be to see that. We've already gotten 2, and we're still both pretty young. So if they can go get 1 more with this squad and then maybe get another 2 throughout our lifetime, I would be very, very grateful, because some people don't even get to see 1. We've already seen 2, but the capability of this roster and that they are capable of winning another one. So I'm hoping, we look back on the one that will be a year ago in a couple days. And then, looking back on it, we're like, oh yeah, remember how we came back to the Super Bowl the following year, even though we got knocked out like we did with 57 and 59.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, as I was saying before, it was definitely an amazing day. I mean, the highlights I remember the most, I mean, the Alshon Jeffrey catch, that was outstanding. I mean, also you can't forget, as I'm rocking it right now, Corey Clement. The guy was a rookie coming out of South Jersey, as Todd said in the comments. And I mean, that's such a great story. I mean, him getting the root for the Eagles growing up and then getting to play for them and winning their first Super Bowl for them. I mean, that was just outstanding as well. And I mean, just LeGarrette Blount going crazy. It was amazing. And I mean, I'm also, the Brandon Graham strip sack. I can name so many things. The Philly special, iconic as it is. I mean, that was insane. I mean, that play, how that play went, I don't think it could ever leave my mind how it actually played. Like that replay is in my mind of how that happened, with how Corey Clement got the ball first and then he pitches it. He literally hands it off to Trey Burton, who literally used to be a quarterback for the University of Florida. Go search it up. Swear to God, he was. And then he tosses it to a wide open Nick Foles. And I replay that play all the time in my head. And as Dalton said before, I mean, like, all the time I used to get freaking I used to get a bunch of crap about being a diehard Eagles fan before they were Super Bowl champions. And people were like, why do you love this team so much? They suck so much. They've never done anything for you. And I was like, they're going to do something for me. They're going to. And they freaking did. And when that day happened, we literally had a dress code at my school. And you know what I said to the next day to it? And I hate to curse on here sometimes, but fuck it. That's what I said to it. The next day, we went to school. Me, literally, my buddy Constantine, and our other buddy, Eric Harvey, shout out to him as well. We literally had our Eagles jerseys on, and we didn't give a shit. We didn't care. But also the teachers were fun. They just didn't say anything because they were also happy as well. I think the one teacher that said shit was a Cowboys fan. So the joke's on you, loser. But yeah, so it was an awesome feeling. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it definitely, like, that joy was just amazing. And it just brings back so many great memories. It really does.
So many
Oh, yeah.
for sure. But that's all we got for you guys tonight. Just wanted to recap a little bit. I know it's the off season, so topics are a little bit light, but it was a popular show tonight, which is awesome. So when you guys show up every Wednesday night in the off season for us, Todd, we love you, man. Moose, we
Thank
love
you, Todd.
Jesse, we love you. Xavier, maybe we love you. Khan, we love you. Luke, yeah, Xavier, I'm kidding. We love you. And there's some other people I'm forgetting. Dennis, of course. Dobbins in here. There's more people. But thank you guys all who show up every Wednesday night. We'll be back next Wednesday night. Thank you to our sponsors, Balboa Steaks, Nick's Pizza, and more. I know I'm drawing a blank on a couple. Of course, Tick Pick. And yeah, I mean, that's really all we got. If you guys haven't, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All those little things really help the channel out a ton. And we will see you guys next Wednesday night for another episode of 302 Birds. Hopefully there's not as much chaos.
I will
Philly
say,
sports. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Colt is very excited for the Bad Bunny halftime show. He's very excited. He's got his Bad Bunny dances ready to go, and he's ecstatic because he's a Bad Bunny freak. He's about.
I hate you. You know that? I hate you. Well, that's all we got for sure. As always, God bless. Go Birds. I'll see you guys and have a great week.
Here we go. 302 birds. You know, stinks.